has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome.
Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. This defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. In motion left goes a tight end. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. To avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, to give to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Saints at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Here we go, here we go. 19 tight, 19 tight.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his big tight end here. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense And you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
Back to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints post the first points in the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now this throw caught left side, and they're able to get this one across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2nd and 1. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's taken down inside the 30.
The pass on first down. Complete to DJ Shark.
And he'll run on the inside handoff. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. The return is Jones from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this awfully close to a first down. Well, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up fourth down and 1.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Cade York on now for the field goal from 28 yards out. York able to send this one through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Hands it off out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
Not at all.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And this one is right down the middle. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hey, check it.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Steps away. He's going to find his running. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
20! And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 54 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. The extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He'll drop to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys' first down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on fourth down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
To about the 26 here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails. They just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Saints,